Hello everyone, a big thank you to everybody who voted in that poll earlier today and gave me feedback in the comments. I got absolutely loads of comments on what you wanted to see, and funnily enough gas mask was number one. So I'm going to be doing a lot more gas mask videos and trying to ratio the videos out a bit more with what subscribers want to see. So a question I see most often is where can you buy a gas mask, and there's several places. The most obvious, but a lot of people don't think of it, is army surplus stores. You can obviously get gas masks in lots of army surplus stores, but the problem with army surplus stores is they tend to overcharge for it. So the mask is more expensive than what you should be paying for it, and often they'll take it out of the sort of satchel bag and things like that and charge you a lot more than it should cost. eBay is actually where I get most of my gas masks from. Sometimes I see gas masks on Amazon as well, but often they're not quite as well priced. So eBay's a lot better. You can find lots and lots and lots of different masks on eBay. They often turn up. You obviously need to be careful about what you're buying on there, because you need to know it's actually a sensible price for it. The only way I can really suggest finding out a sensible price for it is to look around long enough online. You should find an average of what the price should be. If you find the same mask in several places, and in one place it's massively expensive, you're probably getting ripped off. eBay is also a great place to buy filters. You can often buy sealed filters on eBay quite cheaply. If the seller's honest, they'll tell you when it's expiring. eBay also gives you very good buyer protection. So you can look on eBay and you can see when a filter's going to expire, what its dates are, things like that. If the seller lies, you can get a refund normally because of the PayPal buyer protection on eBay. Now, the prices of masks will also vary a lot on eBay depending what country they're from, what country you're in. If you're in a country, normally your army's surplus masks are a lot cheaper. For example, being in the UK, I can't easily get American surplus masks because there's an export ban on them. I'd recommend using sites like the Gas Mask Wiki to try and work out what the actual price should be of a mask and how rare it is, because often people might lie about that or just be misinformed when making the description up or listing for an item. In general, surplus Soviet masks should be very cheap, same with other Warsaw Pact masks because there's plenty of them around. Whereas things like German World War II masks will be very expensive, and as you can imagine with Second World War masks, the quality and material of them is often damaged, for example, over time, so you're paying a lot more, sort of more of an antique. Other masks like the Finnish M61 and Canadian C3, that's the C3 on the left, are often quite cheap as well, same as the Soviet masks. They're very widespread, so they're cheap to buy. But you can sometimes get some real bargains on eBay with gas masks. Quite often somebody might have a rare mask, not know how much it's worth, stick it up on there with a generic description. You can find it, snatch it up and get it quite cheaply. So that's always a very good thing. When you're looking for a mask online, just obviously be aware that you can search for different things, say, for example, gas mask, respirator, surplus gas mask, World War II gas mask, Russian gas mask, things like that, and see what results you land on. They're not always accurate to what you've searched for, but you can search all those things and hopefully get some good results. There are a few other more specialist sites selling gas masks. For example, several collectors have their own sites where they sell masks, but they're generally rarer masks and much more expensive. Watch out for dodgy sites. I think there's one called Approved Gas Masks, and there's also another one called something like Military Gas Masks, and they sell masks that are well overpriced, and they basically claim the only masks on their site are the ones that work, anything else doesn't work or isn't a good collector's item, so you have to be careful you don't get scammed by them. And that's really about it when it comes to buying masks online. eBay is going to be your primary source just because of all the weird and wonderful stuff you can find on there when it comes to gas masks, and good hunting, stalker.